Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is a snippet reading for September 2016. It's a mid-month reading, like an in-betweeny between August and September, just to give us a general trend and keep us on the right road here, okay? So that's what this reading's about. It's very fast moving, or well, it's supposed to be fast moving. Some of these go deep, and I do try to not divert into these roads where it takes it deep, these inroads, but we'll try to do that. But generally fast moving readings, okay. If you're an avid viewer, you will and a follower, you will know that these are like these in-between readings are fast moving, and it's just a flavour of what's happening mid-month, okay. So Gemini, yes, so we shall get along with the reading. If you're a newcomer to my channel, just to give you a little bit you know, of guidance here, that if you go to my general readings, the general reading and the love reading, that will give you the whole of the month's trends, and come back to this one and watch this, okay, to sort of top up onto the mid-months of September. So I shall get on with the reading, Gemini. Again, you're financially doing okay. I won't go into that any further than that. You're financially doing okay, Gemini, at this present time, mid-month of September, but you are juggling your emotions here, because I do feel, back to the other readings, not all of you here, but some of you have had a breakup, and from either a marriage, or you're separated, or a long-term relationship here, okay. And we'll go, if you're single, we'll go into that a little bit later in this reading, okay. It's just to give us a trend here. So you're juggling your emotions, you're finding yourself back on the dating scene. That's what this is saying. And if you're single, this is where you come in, you know, you're back on the dating scene here, okay. So you feel like, because you've gone from one relationship and you're in the dating scene here, in this space here, in between meeting, that's how you see it. That's how you see it. You're kind of in limbo, and you're in between meeting someone. I can even hear you saying to people, "Oh, I'm in between meeting someone." But this is where this comes in. But I do feel Spirit Guide is saying to me, this is not really how you should view this, okay, being single here. I do feel spiritually, my Spirit Guide is saying that this period of time here that's been given to you, it's been a gift that's given to you. It's not a pause in relationships at all. It is a time, I'm getting from Spirit, a time of reflection, on yourself. That's what she's saying, on yourself. It's time of reflection upon yourself here, okay. So it's not oh, I'm in between relationships, I'm just having a break from a relationship. No, this is a time that's been given to you as a gift for yourself here, to take time out of relationships, okay, and it's a reflective period, okay. That's what Spirit's giving to me here. So it's not a negative space at all. It is a beautiful space, this actually, where you can see your reflection. You know, it's like you've, I get a feeling it's like your identity has been moulded around someone else and someone else's ideals and someone else's lifestyle. You've kind of moulded in with this other person, and your identity was around this other person, and you've never been able to find your own identity and your own core here, your own core. So you feel a bit like you feel like an empty shell, and it's like, oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's like saying, oh, it's okay, I'm an empty shell, but I'm going to fill that shell up when I meet somebody else. That kind of thing. Okay, which is, Spirit Guide is saying, no, this is for you, time for you. Okay, Gemini. And it's a special time for you. And I've got like a lake here, and I've got you stood on a jetty and looking at your reflection from the water on the lake. That's what I've got, this picture. And you don't know who you are. You don't know yourself. You're lost. You feel lost. You feel this big void here because this, you know, this identity that you clung on to with this other person has gone. So you're looking at your reflection and you say, who is that? Who am I? Who am I? Who is that person there? My spirit guide is saying this is an opportunity for you, and they've given you this, okay, for you to get to know you, who you are as a human being, who you are as a person, a human living being, okay, with feelings, thoughts, instead of following everybody else's. You know, it's for you, your time to find out who you are, all your little quirks, to find out. Laugh at yourself, you know, laugh at what you're doing, okay, your little habits, okay, instead of concentrating on other people's habits and getting to know them. Get to know yourself, your own habits, laugh at your habits, laugh at who you are. You know, laugh at your little quirks. Get to know, also get to know your flaws. If you've got flaws and you know this, you've got flaws. Oh, I don't know why I think like that. That is so wrong. Get to know these flaws and work on those flaws. Get to know, and even if you have to live with your flaws, okay, knowing that you know you're not perfect, you know. And to accept those flaws, and to accept and get to know yourself inside and out, you know. I mean, look in the mirror and see, look at yourself, you know, and say, yes, you know, I'm a little bit overweight, you know, I'm a size 18 or 16, I'm not a size 6 or size 0. You know, I've got a great appetite. You know, I sometimes embarrass myself, and you know, sometimes I can be a bit lazy, and I can sort of just you know, be a potato couch for a couple of 3 days and just eat popcorn and watch movies, but I like to do that, and that's who I am. You know, that's me. You know, sometimes, you know, I like to go skinny dipping in, you know, in the sea or the lake in the summertime, even in the winter, if you like to do it in the winter. But that's me, that's who I am. You know, I'm not talking about me personally, but get to know who you are, you know, what your dislikes are, what your likes are, what your preferences are in films, movies, books, you know, travel, you know, programs, documentaries, and what sort of people you like to be around, you know, what are your type of people. Yeah, so Spirit has given you this time to get to know who you are, your identity here. This is a space for you, okay, to get to love yourself, love you and love yourself, love all your flaws, your quirkiness, and you know, and to love all of that and accept that, you know. So this is what Spirit is giving you as a gift, So I see you are sort of deciding to walk away from, you know, obviously this relationship didn't work. Okay, we now go on to this feeling of ownership, you know, going back on the other readings, you know, that this person, your partner, felt like they didn't feel, you know, that you took them for granted or whatever, and you thought that was enough, yeah. And this is also, you know, having a partner in life doesn't just mean for the sake of having a partner. It's not just for the sake of saying, oh, I've got someone, I've got a partner, I've got a husband, I've got a man, I've got a woman, I own, this person is mine, I own this person, okay, they belong to me, okay. That's not what relationships are supposed to be about, and you don't own this person, because, you know, it's not like an appendage of yourself. Sorry, I don't mean to put that in a brutal term, but it's not like an appendage of yourself. It's a separate human being, and they decide whether they want to be with you or it's time to move on. And you don't own anybody in life here. You know, if they decide this is not what they want, if they decide, okay, I've analysed this situation and this lifestyle, it's not what I want, and they don't like you anymore, or your character, and it's not suiting the way they are, their core values here, it's not suiting them, and so you don't own someone. They can just leave, you know, another person, another being, another spirit, another soul can decide this is not on my path anymore, and they can leave, okay, and go on to their own path. Nobody owns anybody, okay. And Spirit is saying the only person that you own in life here is yourself, okay. And it's the only marriage you have is with yourself. And the marriage of your spirit and your soul, your spirit and your soul, your head and your heart, the marriage of that together, okay, is the only marriage that you have, and the only person you own is yourself, okay. So this is what Spirit's bringing in here, okay. It's very spiritual, this reading, isn't it? Yeah. So this other person, or you've decided, this other person's walked away anyway, and I feel now you've accepted that and you're letting them go. And I feel this is what you have to do spiritually. This soul, this spirit has decided to move on to another path, another plane or whatever. So you have to let them go and let them go onto their spiritual path and awakening, yeah. So yeah, this is what's caused this tower, and yeah, you've been upset about this. You've been with this person a long time, or you know that you have history together. We've got the history card there, the past card. Yeah, you have history with them, and yes. I feel through this whole process here that the Spirit have given you this time, this limbo land time to get to know who you are. Okay, so you're going to gain wisdom from this. We've got the Hierophant. And negotiations. I've got negotiation. I feel negotiations as in negotiating with yourself here. Spiritually with yourself, negotiating with your head, your heart, and negotiating with that, okay? With this wisdom card next to this. It's kind of a reflection, again, going back to the beginning, it's a reflective period, this. And a marriage between your head, your heart, your spirit and your soul. Okay, and it's saying that you're going to become wiser because you are becoming wiser because you are negotiating with your mind, your spirit, your soul and your heart, and marrying that together and becoming ownership of yourself. Okay. So you're needing to have strength. It's not easy to get to know yourself in this way. So you are needing strength here because you're taken onto this path of getting to know who you are. Quite swift here, swift movement. Things are going very swiftly for you. I do feel that you will, through this process, you will gain happiness again. And this is what Spirit is saying, you need to get happiness within you. I do see you seeing some legal person here. I feel you're going to have to go through those emotions of the legal process, of this separation. And there are regrets. There are regrets here. Still regrets. But you still have to feel, you know, you're looking at this, what's been spilled here. But there's 2 full cups behind you of a promise of what's, you know, what you still have remaining. So I shall look at what the angels say here is that have gratitude here. I feel have gratitude of who you are here, or have gratitude for this space here that you've been given spiritually. And there's hope here as well, hope. And the guardian angels are with you, are protecting you here, okay? And we have the oracle clarification cards here. It's that the clarification of this is that this previous relationship, and I think we've touched on this before, there's an acceptance that this was more like a brother and sister relationship rather than a soulful relationship, soulmate relationship. It's more a brother and sister relationship. I think there's a realization of that, and you are thankful. Oops, sorry, knocking the camera, not very professional, is it? So we have thankful. You're very thankful there. I can see you there sitting alone there with a cat in your hand, and you're very thankful. I've been given this space to get to know yourself, really, to get to know you for a change. So Gemini, that is your reading for the mid-month of September to the end of September, okay? And it all sort of coincides with the other readings as well. Yes, so if you would like a personal reading and you're new to my channel, if you go to my channel, there's an introductory video that explains all about my readings, okay, and also the fee as well. I have a special for this autumn, okay, and watch the video, go with the instructions, and then just, you know, then email me here, okay. I am actually doing Skype as well now, as well as the video readings, okay. The video readings are good if you want to revert back and watch them again, and also if you you know, you want to take a recording of it to keep for your own files as well, and also, you know, spiritually you can go back and listen to these videos and gain more clarity. And also if your English language is not, you know, if you're from a country where your English language is not that clear, Skype's not a great idea either, because Skype, you know, it will take a long time for understandings. But if you've got a video, you can keep running it over and, you know, going over it until you grasp the content of the video, okay. So I'm going to send you lots of love, lots of blessings, and you take care, okay. And I'm going to send you lots of healing as well, Gemini. I feel you know, this space that you're in, it's not a negative space at all. It's a beautiful space where you can get to know who you are, okay. Now you take care, okay. Sorry for knocking the camera, and sending you lots of love, okay. Bye bye.